What is going on YouTube? Gabon here, welcome to this new video. Today I will be presenting you the Sony Cybershot DSC-HX400V bridge camera. So with no further ado, let's get into it. The Sony Cybershot DSC-HX400V is one of the top-line bridge cameras of Sony. As many other bridges, its place in the market is just between point-and-shoot cameras and DSLRs. But let's start with some specs, shall we? This camera features a 20.4 megapixel back-illuminated Exmor-R CMOS sensor, a 50x40 to 1200mm zoom lens, and talking of the lens, it's a Carl Zeiss Vario sonar with a maximum aperture of 2.8 at the widest angle settings. It has an ISO range of 100 to 3200 and features a kind of optical image stabilization that's called Optical steady shot with a 3-way active mode. The camera features a new Bionz X processor, which is something like 3 times faster than its predecessor in the DSC-HX400. It cannot shoot 4K videos though, but it's capable of shooting 1080p videos at 50 frames per second, which is good enough for most people. This particular model has Wi-Fi and NFC for pairing with a smartphone, which I will get into later, and GPS for geotagging. A couple nice features to enhance your experience. Talking of experience, Sony decided to use the same pro-level software they use on the DSLRs. The amount of options and tunings is so wide that it may even result overwhelming to beginners, but learn how to use them and you will love every one of them. Speaking of hardware, the first thing you will notice is probably the screen. As any good camera, the display is pretty good with nice color reproduction, good resolution and quite bright too, allowing you to take outdoor shots with more ease. The screen can also be tilted, which is surely an appreciated feature, but unfortunately it doesn't rotate, making it pretty difficult if you need to take pictures or record videos of yourself. In some cases, particularly under direct sunlight, the display will probably be too difficult to use. In this case, you can use the electronic viewfinder that you can trigger automatically by just getting closer to it thanks to the proximity sensor, or manually by pressing the dedicated button. It's a nice addition to an already pretty great package, but unfortunately it's really low quality and pretty difficult to use for precision shots. The amount of manual controls is very nice, and the DSLR-like button layout makes tuning your shots feel more natural. A couple more things worth mentioning about the buttons are the presence of 2 memory manual modes, the ones labeled with 1 and 2 on the mod dial, and the presence of a generic button that it can be assigned to basically whatever you want. I set mine to ISO control since I tend to tune it quite often. Move to the left side of the device and you'll find a little tray that covers the micro USB port that you can use to recharge the camera, as well as connect it to your PC and connect some other accessories like a microphone and such, and a micro HDMI port. Move on to the top and you'll see the stereo microphone and a multi-interface shoe that comes in handy if you plan to buy some accessories for this camera. There's also a little button that pops that flash out when you press it. Mind that if you need it, it's not going to get out alone, you always have to pop it out manually. Although if your flash is out but you have it disabled in your interface, it's not going to be used, so don't worry if you keep it out. Let's move now to the left side of the lens, just under the Zeiss logo, and you will find a little 3-step switch that lets you toggle between autofocus, manual focus, and something called direct manual focus. Basically, in this mode you can tune your focus, but if you press the shutter button halfway, it's going to focus automatically, as if you were in auto mode. To tune the focus, you use the rotating ring around the lens, that in some way tries to mimic the feel of a DSLR. Mind that it controls focus just when it's set to manual focus or direct manual focus, otherwise it just controls the zoom, that you can otherwise control with the ring around the shutter button. Let's move to the bottom and you'll find your standard tripod mount, along with a tray where you can access your battery and SD card slot. Move to the right side and you'll find something really interesting. A flat surface with that shiny NFC logo. I don't know about you, but I personally, anytime I see one, I immediately pull out my phone and touch it to discover what I can do with it. In this case, the NFC sensor on the camera serves as a pairing tool to use the Play Memories app on your smartphone. If yours doesn't come with NFC, OnePlus 2, you can still use Wi-Fi and pair it manually. So speaking of Play Memories, it's a pretty standard app, nothing fancy here, but it's incredibly useful. Through it, you can send pictures from the camera to the phone in a fast and convenient way. And you can also use your phone as a viewfinder and remote shutter, which is incredibly convenient since, as I mentioned before, the display doesn't turn around at all. But notice that if you just bought a camera, Play Memories won't work as well, since you got to update it. And I'm not talking about the smartphone app, I'm talking of the app into the camera itself. This leads us to the Play Memories market inside the camera itself. It's a small app store-like thing where you can update Play Memories and enable all the fancy stuff that you may want to do remotely, and download some apps. Many of them are not free, so be prepared to spend some money if you want something fancier. Personally, I looked through all of these apps and they all looked kind of gimmicky. I don't think anyone who wants to use this camera in a more serious and semi-professional way wants to use any of these apps. Oh well, I talked so much and I still didn't say anything about the actual quality of the pictures and the videos. So yeah, let's go with some samples. The first thing I tested was the zoom. This series of pictures represents the same subject zoomed increasingly more till I reached 50 times zoom. You see, it seems like there's no quality loss. I could get really close to spot small details using this zoom. I used a tripod, but I think I've also got to thank that steady shot technology for the precision I achieved. One more example of a good zoom is this picture of a wasp nest. I wasn't getting any close to these guys, and again the zoom proved to be a great companion. Many times I tried to get a nice depth of field effect, but I realized it's not as easy as I thought. But whenever I managed to do it, I got really nice pictures. Take a look at them. Now I took even more sample shots, so give them a good look yourself and decide what you think. So guys, this is gonna wrap up this video. Thank you very much for watching, I really do appreciate it. I'm really sorry I couldn't take any good video sample for this camera, but if you look at the QNX monitor review I made earlier, the monitor that's actually right behind me, that review is completely made with that camera. So if you want to take a look at what a sample video looks like with this camera, then go and look at the video. I will probably put a card like here, we'll pop up a card, the new YouTube card thing. So yeah, that's it. Again guys, thanks for watching and I'll be seeing you in the next one.